Okay, so let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're just spinning your wheels, you're putting in all the effort, but you're just not getting anywhere? Well, today we're diving into this really powerful idea called the internal pivot. And we're going to break down 7, kind of hidden mindset shifts that might just be the key to unlocking everything for you.
And this quote right here, it just nails it, doesn't it? It suggests that the very things holding us back are these invisible shifts that we just don't see. So the answer isn't some big external solution. Nope. The real work is looking inward. The question is, where do you even start?
Well, let's start with a feeling I think we all know. The feeling of being stuck. It's kind of like you're in a room, right? But the walls are invisible. You can't see them, but you can definitely feel them closing in. And then you get that sinking feeling that maybe you're the one who built them.
I mean, really think about it. That feeling of being on a treadmill, just cranking up the speed, sweating, working so hard, but your scenery never changes. You're not actually going anywhere. It's so frustrating. But what if the problem isn't the treadmill itself? And that brings us to the absolute core of this whole thing. The problem isn't your job, your city, your circumstances. It's not the room you're in. The real problem is your internal mindset, because you are the architect of that room.
So what on earth is this internal architecture? Just think of it like the master blueprint inside your head. It's made up of all your beliefs, your automatic assumptions, and your daily habits. So for example, if your blueprint has a big note on it that says, "I'm terrible with money," well, that's part of your architecture. And it's going to color every single financial choice you make. It literally shapes how you see the world. And you can really see the difference here between the two states of mind. Over here, you've got the stuck mindset. It's totally reactive, it sees limits everywhere, and it's absolutely terrified of failure. But on the other side, you've got the pivot mindset. This one is proactive, it's always looking for opportunities, and it actually welcomes growth. The difference is just night and day.
So, the million-dollar question is, how do we get from that side to this side? Well, that's what we're here for. We're about to walk through the 7 hidden shifts. Think of them as the actual keys you need to unlock your own internal pivot. 7 fundamental shifts in how you see things. Now, they might sound small at first, but trust me, each one has the power to tear down one of those invisible walls and build a doorway right in its place. Let's jump into the first one. All right, our first shift is an absolute game changer. It's the move from pointing fingers at your boss, the economy, your past, to turning that finger around and pointing it right back at yourself. And not in a beat yourself up kind of way, but in a way that takes full responsibility.
You know, the key phrase on this slide is radical responsibility. Now, this doesn't mean your fault when bad things happen to you, not at all. It means you are 100% in charge of how you respond. And that tiny little gap between event and response, that's where all your power is.
Okay, so once you've taken ownership of how you respond, the very next shift is about how you view the world itself. It's about swapping out the lens you're using to look at everything, opportunities, resources, even other people's success. A scarcity mindset sees life as this tiny little pie. If someone else gets a slice, that means there's less for you. It's a zero-sum game. But an abundance mindset, it believes we can just bake a bigger pie. It completely changes the game. Suddenly, you're looking for ways to collaborate, not compete, and you start seeing opportunities that were invisible before.
This third shift is a total classic. You've probably heard of it from the work of psychologist Carol Dweck. And it's so important for anyone who wants to learn anything new or just get better.
So here's the core difference. A fixed mindset says, I'm just not good at this. A growth mindset says, I'm not good at this yet. Just adding that one little word yet changes everything. A challenge is no longer a threat. It's the actual roadmap for how to improve. So a growth mindset makes you believe you can get better. Our fourth shift is all about putting that into motion. It's about grabbing the steering wheel of your life instead of just being a passenger.
You know, being reactive is like being a puppet. Your emotions, your circumstances, they're all pulling the strings. Being proactive is about cutting those strings. It's about creating a tiny little pause between what happens and how you respond. And in that pause, you get to consciously choose your next move. That little space, that's freedom.
Now, it's a heck of a lot easier to be proactive when you're not constantly looking over your shoulder for someone's approval. And that brings us right to our fifth shift, which is all about changing where you get your confidence from.
So ask yourself, are you always looking for someone else to give you permission, for applause, for someone to say, yep, you're doing it right?
This shift is about building your own internal compass. It's about learning to trust your own gut, your own judgment, and becoming your own #1 source of validation.
Oh man, this next one? This shift is the perfect antidote to one of the biggest dream killers out there, that nasty little trap we call perfectionism.
See, perfectionism isn't about having high standards. Let's be real. It's about fear. It's the fear of not being good enough, so we do nothing at all. Shifting to a focus on progress gives you permission to be messy, to take imperfect action. And guess what? It's that consistent, messy action that actually gets you where you want to go.
And that brings us to our 7th and final shift. This one might be the biggest one of all. It's about completely rewriting your relationship with the idea of failure.
What if failure wasn't the end of the story? What if it wasn't a judgment on you as a person, but it was just data, just feedback? Every single mistake is just a lesson telling you what doesn't work so you can try something else. When you see it that way, you stop being afraid of it. You might even start looking for it because you realize it's the fastest way to learn.
So there they are, the 7 shifts, from owning your reactions to seeing failure as just a lesson. This is the blueprint. You're the architect, and these are the tools you need to completely redesign your inner world. The plans are officially in your hands now.
Look, the real power here isn't just knowing this stuff, it's about actually doing it. So as we wrap up, I want you to look back at these 7 keys. Which one really hit home for you right now? Which invisible wall feels the tallest in your life today? Because that's it. That's your starting point. Your pivot doesn't start tomorrow. It starts with that one single choice.